Venus in Punarvasu Nakshatra. Venus in Punarvasu Nakshatra is actually a very good but karmic placement for Venus to be. Because Venus is, as you know, the representative of luxury, relationships. Venus is in your chart what you like to do. That is what your Venus represents. What you associate luxury and comfort with, what ideas, what concepts, okay, that make you feel happy about life. That is what your Venus placement represents. Okay, so when Venus is in the nakshatra of Punarvasu ruled by Jupiter, who is technically inimical to Venus, because Venus is the Daitya Guru Shukracharya. It's the more materialistic aspect of learning, teaching, and growth. And Jupiter is more of the esoteric, spiritual, higher wisdom that is associated with growth, that is associated with learning. So ideally, this can be a contradictory energy for Venus to be in, because Venus is in Jupiter-ruled nakshatra Punarvasu. However, the ruling deity of Punarvasu nakshatra is Aditi, who is the mother of gods. Aditi is the divine mother of all devas. Okay, she's a very powerful goddess from that perspective. Now, Venus does represent goddesses, Venus does represent blessings, and so Venus in this very feminine yet sattvic space of Punarvasu can make an individual go through a lot of tough tests in life. And since it's Venus and since it's Punarvasu, a huge aspect of what your karma is also here in this lifetime to do, karma that you're here to resolve, has to do with mending and making relationships good again, so to speak. In fact, you could even have major karma associated with reviving some kind of family legacy or some kind of family business or some kind of family asset. Why? Because Punarvasu is the nakshatra ruled by Aditi, ruled by Jupiter, but the nature of Punarvasu, what it does the best with, is that it ensures a safe return. Punarvasu is a nakshatra associated with Lord Rama, who spent 14 years in the forest away from everything and still came back. A great king still came back in his most, sattvic form. Obviously, a lot of things cannot be reclaimed, the time that was spent, but that's the nature of the material plane. So, Punarvasu is a nakshatra that deals with safe returns, but Punarvasu also deals with ups and downs in life, in the sense that Punarvasu individuals, or wherever you have a planet prominent in Punarvasu, that is where at least 2 or 3 times you're going to have to go through major rebuilding phases. It's kind of like a boomerang where you go down, but you come up, and you come up because of your good karma. Okay, so when you have Venus in Punarvasu nakshatra, in case early on in life you have made mistakes in love, you have broken hearts, or you've behaved in a not so good manner, that karma is something that you will definitely have to go through in this lifetime. Okay, that's number one. Second thing is that when you have Venus in Punarvasu, there's a lot of energy that is associated. Your luck, your financial luck, your relationships, your love life, abundance, all revolves around you having the courage to do what is right, having the courage to do what is required, what is necessary. A lot of common themes in terms of Lord Rama's life, because actually if you look at it, Lord Rama's life was about doing what is right. At that moment his dad asked him to go to the forest because of a promise given to his stepmother Kekai, and he could have chosen to say that, this is not fair. Nobody wanted Lord Ram to go and live in the forest for 14 years. Everybody was opposed to it. But he still upheld his father's wish and command to set an example, to show people that, look, this is how much I respect my father. This is how much we in our clan, in Raghukul, we keep our word. Just to uphold that tradition, just to uphold the respect of his family and relationships and the hierarchy, he committed himself to going through whatever he had to go through. Venus dealing with relationships, dealing with all the good things in life, when it has its presence in Punarvasu in your chart, my God, you will actually undergo a lot of tests. You will undergo a lot of journeys, in fact, even associated with karma around building things, mending things, making things better. Venus in Punarvasu can also make you a great teacher. It can also make you an artist who, what do you say, fixes artworks or who restores art. Okay, the restoration, in fact, artistic restoration or archaeological restoration could in fact even be things that really catch your fancy. Restoration videos also you have these days online, where they're restoring a long lost treasure chest when they pull it out from the ocean, and then they're opening things, and okay, this is from the 16th century, this is from the 17th century, 18th century, and it's all rusted, and they restore the entire thing, and then it becomes beautiful, and then they auction it off, right? So Venus in Punarvasu can give you quite a bit of that kind of energy in your life, where your biggest blessings when it comes to love, when it comes to finances, when it comes to career, it has to do with you having to fix something. You're having to make something better again. You're having to make something good. Okay? Punarvasu is also concerned a lot with imparting education, with publishing, with writing, with teaching. Punarvasu has quite a lot of those qualities about it. Punarvasu, when you have Venus in Punarvasu, you could quite literally make a lot of money through travel. You could be like a travel influencer, a travel vlogger, have a travel company, run a travel portal, or something of that sort. Okay, that can definitely be something that if you're interested in, that this is something that is part of your karma here in this lifetime to gain from. Now, Venus in Punarvasu is a lot of these things at the material level that I pointed out to you. But at an esoteric level, this Venus is going to pull you more and more towards becoming a better person in life. You're going to realize it. And you're going to realize that, you know what? The more I clean up my act and just behave in this boring, Boy Scouts sort of manner, routine, and discipline, the more money seems to stick with me. Like, how the hell is that possible? If you've not noticed it, just go back and revisit your life. I'm pretty sure you're going to see it, right? You're going to see this. You're going to spot this trend. Because Venus in Punarvasu, the more you step into the nature of what that nakshatra represents. For example, Venus in Swati, you want to make money, you want to build a lot of wealth, learn how to be independent first. Learn how to connect with a lot of people first. Okay? Venus in Anuradha, you want to make money, you want to, build a lot of abundance for yourself. Learn how to build relationships. Learn how to honor your commitments. Okay? In the same way, Venus in Punarvasu, you want that money, you want that wealth, you want that great lifestyle, you want to have a comfortable life, you want love, you want all of that. Well, you need to become a better person. That's what is required of you. Become a better person, especially when it comes to balance in relationships, taking up responsibility as part of relationships. And relationships, not just, your relationship with your spouse or your relationship with your family, relationship with your client. Venus and Punarvasu, in fact, if you have this placement, just treating your clients a little more than what they've paid for, a little better than what they've paid for, is going to go a long mile, a long way in somebody down the road doing something great for you, just by saying, at that day, you were so kind to me and you didn't need to be. And thank you so much. I'm transferring this money. It is just to show my gratitude towards, all the help. This is something that can happen, and you can get a great referral. So even if you are incorporating these traits within you with this sense of materialistic trade, still this is going to work. Okay, when you have Venus in Punarvasu, you want to make all the wealth and have all the abundance in the world. The easiest way for you to do it is just to ensure that you're trying your best to maintain a natural order of doing good in the world. That is what Venus in Punarvasu nakshatra is all about. Obviously, it can be possible that if you have Punarvasu nakshatra in a bad tara from the perspective of your moon, you could be stuck in this role. You could be stuck with these traits. You may just have grown up in a very religious family where you wanted to be a lot of interesting things, like maybe a DJ, but the discipline in your family was so much, the responsibility upon your shoulders was so much that you are today a preacher or a minister or something in that capacity. But whichever way it is that this Venus in Punarvasu has stuck you, the trick to working with this is to realize that there is always going to be a challenge of bringing something back to life, bringing something back towards the light in your life. It could even be possible that it is about your own skills and talents that were neglected with time, that finding a way to bring them back, to work with them, resurrect them, modernize them, update them, that is going to be your key to success, abundance, and love and happiness in this world. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel so that you can stay abreast of all the wonderful content that I post here. Push the bell icon so that you can be notified every single time I post. And if you want a personal session with me, you want to know more about my Astro Life Coaching Practitioner program or my Holistic Life Coaching program, my books, check out the links given below, and see you on this other side. Take care.